All right, travel is back. Borders are opening, restrictions are lifting, and we are getting back to traveling. We just booked 3 trips thanks to just a bundle of Southwest points that have just been piling up for us, and we haven't been able to spend them or use them anywhere. And I feel like a ton of people are in the same spot because when we booked our Hawaii trip, which is one of the 3 trips we booked, there's no rental cars available and hotels are like stupid expensive. So that trip will be interesting. But it seems like everybody else is back to traveling also, which is perfect timing for this because the makers of my very favorite travel gear bag stuff, the very clever makers of the original Pakt One bag that just went like viral online, and the makers of my current like every trip rocker is the Pakt backpack. I love this bag, but they're releasing not just a new bag, but a whole new bag collection. 4 bags in their new collection, and they're being released today. Yeah, I'm super stoked. Hit the like button. It helps this video a ton. I appreciate it. Maybe subscribe if you would like to. And no sponsor today. We don't even have time to talk about a sponsor because I have 4 bags to show you. And the first being what I'm pretty sure it's gonna be my favorite because bit of a confession here, but I am super jealous of Morgan's purse. When we go travel, my pockets are like full of stuff. Like I have cell phone in this pocket, wallet in this pocket. I usually have like my boarding pass in my back pocket. I'm always looking for like travel pants that have zippers because I don't want stuff to fall out. And then Morgan, she just has this cute little purse that's got all of her stuff organized in there, just slung over her shoulder, cruising along in comfy pants. But Pakt has sort of addressed that for me with this is the 5-liter Anywhere Sling from Pakt. And you'll see that it's small, it's like compact like this, but it actually holds a lot. Like it gets quite poofy. And you'll see it's not in sling form right now. Right now the sling is packed away in this little back part. So you tuck away the sling strap back there, and then you can just hold it with the handles on the top or the 2 sides. And then these 2 side handles, they do a little trick, but I'll show you that later. I don't really see myself carrying this by myself. I would pretty much always use the sling, I think. It's kind of cross body action. And then when you want to get something out of it, you just kind of whoop, flip it around to the front, and boom, all your stuff is right there. So for me, the idea of having a bag like this is super slick. And really quick, a kind of overview of the bag. Front handle, large front zipper. The front zipper goes all the way across. Normally on a bag, like the front pocket is like your thin pocket. This isn't. This front pocket is actually quite deep. It's that whole width deep, like 2 or 3 inches deep. And this is just a big kind of cavernous opening. And in my mind up here, probably not valuables up front just because it is the outside pocket, but I could stuff a ton of different things in here. Then again, when we go to the plane, I get all my bags up top, and then I would just sit down with this. So I could already have my headphones up front. I could have everything that I need for the plane ride that I normally get there, and I start pulling stuff out of my backpack, all that kind of jazz. I would just have all of that already in here, and this is like my valuables / everything I need for the plane ride bag. I got the QC35 for airline travel. Those tuck in there really easily. So those up front, maybe some charging cords, things like that would be this kind of front pocket. And then to show you how cool the center pocket is, I'll pop it back on because this main zipper opening zips like this. Now the entire thing opens up, but it's got the gussets on the side. So even while it's on you like this, it doesn't like bleh, flap completely open. I kind of ideally imagine myself keeping something like this, like a GoPro with the MT16. Keep something like this in here so that I'm always able to just kind of quickly whip it around, grab a camera out, maybe the ZV-1 in here, things like that. On this kind of front area, so this is the side that would be against you. So it's the front zipper. It's a whole mesh zipper right there, zipper pocket. And that's almost like your flat. Like there's no depth to that one. That's kind of where flat things would lie. Like maybe your boarding pass would go right in there. So you'd have it right here. You'd have your boarding pass really tucked away, but in a good spot right there. I do dig that. And then on this back panel, if you can see, there's 2 more pockets here, and this entire thing magnets open, and then there's a big pocket back here also. And then right here, because again, Pakt is just, man, they're clever. Like they've traveled a ton. So when they make a bag, they're they're thinking through everything. And what's one thing you always need while you're traveling? A pen. And there's a pen holder like right on the inside right here. So you bring it around the front, you open it up, and boom, you've got a pen right there. Super clever. I really think this is gonna be my favorite of these new bags because I would just use this so much. All right, 5 liter Anywhere Sling. I'm very impressed, Pack. Well done. Again, we'll circle back to these kind of outside little strappy bits because they got a cool trick with this whole collection. Next up from there is a bag that I feel like we're gonna get a lot of use out of in the van. This is the 25 liter Anywhere Duffel. And you'll see right away, it shares a lot of similarities with the original very popular Pakt 1 bag, except one big one. But you'll see it's got the same kind of front pockets, 2 pockets out here, and then 1 pocket back here. On the back side of this guy, you've got a big handle back here, 1 very large pocket, and then another large pocket back here that's magnets. But where the original Pakt 1 kind of had that it's got that suitcase clamshell design where the whole thing lays flat. You close it up like this, you can get to both sides. Very cool bag. This one is designed as what they kind of call a shared road trip bag. So something that might be in your car, opened up to where people can kind of have access to it. And maybe you keep it either behind the front seats in the middle or between the front seats. Like in our van, there's nothing between the 2 front seats. Before I show you the inside, the outside also has 2 really large water bottle pockets on both sides, which fit like big honking water bottles. So you could have this again between the van seats. We have a water bottle on each side. We got snacks down the middle, maybe a magazine or a Kindle for Morgan to read. We got maybe some headphones in there for Morgan too. Things for the girls, things that Morgan can just reach in here and chuck snacks into the back seat as the girls are freaking out. But the center, let me show you, just because see how different of a design it is than the Pakt 1. This is using more the flap style to create a large open duffel. Now you've got a shoulder strap on it. Again, if you were gonna use this as an overnight bag or you're gonna go for a few nights, you only need 25 liters. Great bag for it. You do get a shoulder strap with it. I really see myself using this in kind of the way they thought of it though, more in that road trip mode. Again, Pakt being clever. So there's a flap that's pinned up against the wall. It's buttoned against the wall, and then you unbutton it, you fold it across, and you button it to the other side. And now that kind of rigid piece there gives the whole bag a lot of structure. So again, as it's kind of sitting between you, not only does that divide the space up a little bit, so I can kind of have stuff over here, but it also just gives it a rigidity to the whole bag. The whole bag feels more again, that kind of organizational bag that might sit in your car for a road trip. Oh, here's a perfect example of the sneaky straps on the outside of the 5 liter. So this guy has obviously normal handles like you would, and I'm gonna take these 2 handles here and pop this on top, feed both handles through. So the big bag's handles go through those straps. Then I'd button this guy up, and now that 5 liter it piggybacks on top of other bags. And the idea there would be, let's say I was going for a few nights somewhere, I was gonna use this as my carry-on bag. I hop on the plane like this, with this kind of keeping everything together, but then once I'm on the plane, all I gotta do is grab this, lift it off, chuck this in the overhead, and again, I've got my headphones, I've got my boarding pass, I got all my stuff in here. Yet another example of Pakt bags, just cleverness. I like clever. Clever is good. Okay, moving on to the third of 4 bags, and that is this guy. Big Mama, check this thing out. Again, similar-ish to the original Pakt 1. The original Pakt 1 was 35 liters. My backpack, Pakt 1 backpack, is 30 liters. This little guy here, 25 liters. This big dog here, 50 liters. You can see it's a big mama. 50 liters. When Morgan and I went on our honeymoon, we did a 26-day European honeymoon. We backpacked all over Europe. We each took a 60-liter backpack, and we both said that was probably too big, and something like a 50-liter would have been perfect. So this 50-liter bag is for people that, 1, just are big packers, or 2, you could take off for a month and this bag would be plenty. Let me walk you through a few things because it's not just a larger version of the original Pakt 1. one. They've done some clever new things as well. On the front out here, we've got the same kind of two Pakt style pockets, really large front pockets. Inside this pocket is actually another pocket, which I doubt I'm gonna be able to show you, but there's another mesh pocket inside that pocket. It's even got a pen holder in there. Oh, it's got a clip for a key ring. I think this one does also. I think the 25 liter has a key ring. Let me confirm that. Oh, key clip, where are you? The 25 liter has the key clip on one of the inside pockets. The 50 liter has it on the outside pocket right here. And I'm super bummed, but the 5 liter, the only thing that I could honestly come up with for a con, for this bag especially, is no key clip on this bag. I would have loved a key clippy bit just like this, like exactly like the one that I love from you guys, but on the 5 liter version. Back to the 50 liter though, it's got the key clip on the outside. This bag in particular though, it's got 2 big pockets on this side, but like the other bags, there's no pockets on this side because this is where the built-in backpack straps are. So this is like a giant Pakt 1 duffel 50 liter thing that can then convert into a backpack. And that's fairly easy, kind of like you'd expect. You kind of just pop this harness bit out of here, use the clippy bits to get it strapped on there, and then this big, huge 50 liter pack becomes like a solid backpack for travel. This is this is a big backpack, 50 liters. Got a nice sternum strap on there, that's way too high. But backpack straps integrated, and again, those backpack straps can just tuck away in here, so this whole thing goes back to being a duffel. And then it also has the rings and a strap as a shoulder strap. So this bag can be carried like multiple ways. You can have it as a backpack, you can switch it to duffel, you can have it as like a shoulder bag. Whatever way you want to carry this bag, you can. But even cooler is that any way you want to pack this bag, you also can. The first way being very traditional Pakt style. We zip down the very middle, we open it up, and boom, we got a giant suitcase style bag. One big zippered pocket on this side, like a front zipper, and then 2 internal zipper pockets on this side with mesh, and then this mesh side fully opens up to show off a giant pocket here that also has 2 more mesh pockets on the inside. And then when we jump over to this side, we open this panel, and again, a very large side over here, and there's your shoulder strap. But like I said, you can pack this multiple ways, and one of the cool things is that these 2 middle flap bits, you can pop up together like that, and then you're gonna roll them down to the middle. There's a hooky elastic strap that goes over the top here, another one over here. So now you have it like that with this kind of tucked in place, and we're gonna zip it back up. All right, so now it's zipped up. I can use this as like a top access duffel, like traditional duffel bag style. Or I can close this up completely, and I can open up this front zipper, and now I have a side load, or top load, but from the side. So now the entire bag is accessed from here, and I'm going top down, but from the side of the bag. So I can go top down from the top of the bag, top down from the side of the bag, or open it up and do that kind of clamshell loading where there's 2 halves of the bag. So 3 different ways to pack the bag and 3 different ways to carry the bag. 3, backpack, duffel, shoulder, handle. 4 ways to carry it. And the 5 liter sling, it can also do that same kind of piggyback thing on this bag. But we've got the 5 liter, we've got the 25 liter, now the 50 liter, but there's a 4th bag, and it's bigger than all of those bags combined. 50, 25, yeah, combined. That is this guy. Look at this thing. This is their gear hauler, which is basically just one giant cavernous space. This is gonna be perfect for like the back of the van or the back of like an SUV, or maybe in your trunk of your car, somewhere where you can just kind of store things so they're not banging around. I have an issue with this all the time. And I don't mind it so much, but Morgan hates it. Morgan hates when there's things in the back of the van sliding around banging on things. I imagine I'm gonna use it for that. I'm gonna use it for things like like bringing in groceries from Costco. Like I'm gonna go to Costco, I'm gonna load this thing up, and then I'm gonna carry this upstairs because it's got super dope side handles here. It's got handles here, and it's got 2 tall handles here. So 3 different ways to carry the gear hauler, but the gear hauler has a very, very cool trick. And that's that the 60-liter gear haul can actually double in size by here, let me show you. See this whole inner liner? You unzip it like that, and look at this, hang on. What was the inside of the 60-liter is the bag. It's the bag for the 120-liter. So the 60-liter gear hauler that just has like an opening becomes this massive 120-liter just beast of a bag. Pakt is doing a good job. I like what Pakt is doing. They're just clever, man. I like clever so much. Like there's a few companies where I'm like, I can tell they're not just trying to sell me a bag, like they're trying to solve a problem. Okay, that is all 4 bags. I can't even get them all in here because there's so many. Okay, 5-liter, just awesome sling bag. You got the 25-liter like road trip designed, but also a dope overnight bag. 50-liter can be a duffel backpack, shoulder bag, kind of the Swiss Army knife of 50-liter bags. And then this big boy that I think can literally carry, oh yeah, look at that. The big one can hold all the others. The gear hauler is so big, it holds all the other bags, no problem. All right, let me know if you guys have any questions down in the comments. Again, this is kind of just a first look. I haven't gotten to travel with them yet. Our first trip's at the end of next month. We're going to Nashville for a few nights, so I'll get to test them out a little bit more then. I'll actually be able to test out like, what's it like to go through TSA with a man purse. I think it's gonna be great, and I don't care if anyone makes fun of me for having a man purse. I like it. I am gonna like this thing. Oh yeah. You guys are gonna see this thing in a lot of videos, for sure. All right, I'll see you guys soon. Comment below, let me know if you guys have any questions, and links in the description so you guys can also get your hands on some super dope new bags. Also, comment below, let me know where you guys are traveling. Like if there's any weird restrictions still in place, like places we still can't go. We're for sure doing Nashville, Cincinnati, and Hawaii, and then we really want to go to Mexico later in the year, but we'll see how that all goes. Also Bali, Morgan really wants to get back to Bali. I feel like we're probably going to Bali pretty soon. These would be dope for Bali. See you guys. Really and truly, I see this as like a snack carrier for the girls, and Morgan's gonna be able to just have it like right next to her seat in the van and just reach down and be like, "Ah, eat, you crazy children, eat."